Alright, look, I'm gonna give a little bit of an excuse here. I'm not even wearing a Marvel shirt, and I was gonna do a Guardians of the Galaxy segment here, but it's heavily downpouring out here. So let's just get on with it. Alright, let me start off with just a few things. This is gonna be very different from the first MCU review. Instead of giving my commentary and, doing some meme garbage in the background, I'm going to be giving my thoughts, opinions, the summary of the film, and my rating. Explanation for the joke down below. So since I basically did my mini review of Iron Man 3 and my MCU review 1, I'm just going to skip it. Thor: The Dark World is a film that takes place on Asgard during modern day. Thor is still having family complications with Loki now that he's in jail from the first Avengers. They're also dealing with a race of alien beings known as the Dark Elves who want an Infinity Stone called the Ether. Oh, this movie, where to start? First of all, it diverts nothing different from the first film. Everything is just a complete ripoff. The villain. Who is this guy? What is his name? You should be able to remember some specific detail about the villain when you walk out of the theater. Gosh, this movie is suffering from a lot of problems, and, sorry for getting all angry, but this is probably the worst movie in the MCU. If I had to give it a rating, I'd give it 2 out of 5 stars. And that's only because Chris Evans shows up. Speaking of Chris Evans, that brings us to our next movie. From my least favorite to my third favorite, we've got Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Captain America: The Winter Soldier is a film where Steve is facing his identity crisis, faced with the Armageddon of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra. Having only 2 best friends by his side, does Steve have to rekindle his past to face this Armageddon of doom? Actually, yes. In a shocking turn of events, Steve's best friend, formerly known as James Buchanan Barnes, turns out to be the Winter Soldier, a KGB soldier, put in cryo sleep and now works for Hydra. Gosh, this film is so great. If I had to list the merits of this film, it would have to be the character building, the writing, and definitely the action. The score by Henry Jackman is also a plus. Alright, now onto my rating. You know what? This movie gets the perfect rating. 5 out of 5. 5. That's the number 5 out of 5. It's out of this world. Just like our next movie. Guardians of the Galaxy is a film with a talking tree and a raccoon, along with a few other of our main heroes to help try and fight an evil, Infinity Stone wanting powerhouse villain. Alright, so let's get the characters out of the way. First, we got Peter Quill. Basically, he is our connector point to this weird space sci-fi alien film. And, great character. Then we've got Zoe Saldana's Gamora. She's sort of like the Black Widow of the group, but she sort of gets fleshed out in Guardians 2 and definitely Avengers 3. Then we have Drax the Destroyer, the jokester of the group. Well, he's more of the jokester in the sequel, but he's more of the silent, unmetaphorical type. Then we've got Rocket Raccoon, the trash-talking raccoon who likes guns. And then we've got the lovable sweetheart Groot, who is a talking tree. This film is just all sorts of great. This film has a great soundtrack just to start, with all the 70s music. It's definitely my grandma's favorite Marvel movie. Love you, Graham. Also, this has amazing action and wonderful character building that even rivals the Avengers now. And one thing about the villain Ronan, he's not that guy. You know who you are, that guy. If I had to give it a rating, I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5. It has great character building, but a meh villain. You know what else is great character building? The next movie. Avengers: Age of Ultron stars our main heroes, from Iron Man to the Hulk. And, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. It's about Tony Stark creating an evil, sentient, artificial intelligent robot named Ultron who's trying to take over the world, but the Avengers have to team up with Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, and the new Ultron clone Vision to stop him. This film, let me tell you about this film. It's boring. It's really boring. As in, I have fallen asleep watching this film. Rating 3, Shrinky Dude Neck. Ant-Man is a film. Let me tell you about this film, Ant-Man. The guy shrinks. 4 out of 5.
Fine. I'll do it myself.